Exactly 3 years ago, I ran a half marathon in 1 hour 39 minutes. And over the weekend, I ran it in 1 hour 13. Here's exactly how I did it. Now, just to be clear, you're not gonna cut over 20 minutes overnight. There are no shortcuts to this, but I can guarantee after watching this video, you'll have a much clearer idea on exactly what to focus on. There'll be 5 pillars that we go through, each with equal importance, and they only work when focusing on all of them together. Before we get into it, let's just get clear on exactly what your current half marathon shape is. And the easiest way to do this is based off your current threshold pace. Your threshold pace is just the hard sustained effort that you can hold for around 45 minutes. So if you just went out on a run, ran as fast as you could in a 45-minute window, that would give you a good estimate of your current threshold pace. If you can't run for 45 minutes, then build up to it. Your half marathon estimated average pace would then be 10 to 15 seconds per kilometer slower than this threshold pace. So your sole focus throughout your training cycle should just be getting your threshold pace faster. This is the easiest way to frame it in your mind, and this is a direct indicator for your current half marathon fitness. And then implementing these 5 pillars is going to improve your threshold pace. Let's get into it. Now, number 1, I'm sure you've heard it before, is your aerobic base. This is your engine and your body's ability to run comfortably for a long time. The easiest way to improve this is to increase your total running volume. But you can't just hammer every run and go as fast as possible. The only way to increase your total distance is to have some easy days, some casual runs where you get to the end and you feel like you could have ran more. This is a strong indicator you know you've ran easy and you focused on your aerobic base building. This is your overall foundation and really important to improve that threshold pace. The bigger the base, the more everything shifts down and your threshold pace will also increase as a result. So whatever you're running currently across the week, just increase this by 5 to 10% every single week. Slowly, on months on end, you'll be running more easy miles, and your aerobic base will improve. Now on to number 2, which is your structure. Now, like we said before, you don't want to just go out and run randomly or run hard. You're not going to really improve. You need to have purposeful structure. You need to know exactly before what the purpose is of every run. So we've covered the easy days, that's to improve your aerobic base. You also want to have 2 other runs. One, more threshold focus, things like threshold intervals, which is at the comfortably hard pace we mentioned earlier. Whatever your threshold pace is, which is the pace you can sustain uncomfortably for 45 minutes, you do these for intervals. Long intervals of 4 to 6 minutes with a 2-minute walk in between. Anywhere between 6 to 8 sets, that would be your threshold intervals. Then your other hard run would be your long run. This is a great way to start out, and obviously as you improve and you do more running volume, you can add in more VO2 work, track work, but this is very taxing on the body. So I'll just start with these 2 hard runs and easy runs, and that would be your purposeful structure. Long run, threshold run, easy run, improve mileage week on week. Now, number 3, once you've got good structure, once you've got the easy volume, once your aerobic base is improving, now you need the half marathon specific work. So once you've been consistent with this structure for a long period of time, that's when you start to layer in the half marathon work. So have in your mind your target half marathon pace. If you're going for a sub 2 hour half marathon, 145, 130, sub 80 minutes, whatever it is, reverse engineer the average pace. And this is the exact pace that you want to do for your half marathon specific work. To really get in that race day rhythm, to know exactly what that race pace is going to feel like, and see if you can hold out for 2K, 3K rep intervals so that you can also build that mental resilience and you know what it's going to feel like come race day. 2 good examples of half marathon specific workouts is 1, 3 sets of 3K at target half marathon pace with a 3-minute walk in between, or 6 sets if you're more advanced, 4 sets if you're more beginner, of 2K with a 2-minute walk in between. Now, you have to remember there's always harder to run race pace in training, so the total volume at pace is not going to be the full half marathon distance. This is normal. Then when you reduce volume towards race day, you feel fresher, you'll be able to hold that target pace, hopefully for the full half marathon distance. Now, number 4 of the 5 pillars is the long run. As mentioned before, when we're building out the structure, we also need a long run. This is not only to improve your aerobic capacity even further, but also to build that leg durability, to know that you can withstand with strong running economy for the entire half marathon distance. For your long run, this can be anywhere from 14 all the way to 24 kilometers depending on your experience level. And again, I would focus on trying to increase this week on week or increase the pace if you're running the same distance week on week. This way, you know you're improving. Ideally, before you run the half marathon, you want to get at least close or even surpass the actual distance. That way, you know you can run strong and hard at target race pace to hopefully achieve your goal. Now, number 5 and the final pillar is the most boring one, but it's the glue that brings it all together. The goal is not perfect weeks. It's not one hero workout. It's not even one perfect month. You have to stack all of what I've just said for months, if not years on end, to really see the difference. So the key thing with this is to make sure that you pick a weekly mileage you genuinely can stick to for at least 12 weeks. There's no point doing one random high mileage week and then dropping back down. You want to be consistent. You also want to make sure when you're building out your structure and you're doing those threshold intervals, you're somewhat holding back a little bit. If you run too hard on a specific day, or you introduce track work or the VO2 work sessions too early, you're going to be too fatigued, and then you're going to have to take time out from running. The only way to improve your half marathon time is to stick with it. Life can get busy. You will miss sessions, so you must be flexible with your schedule. Focus more on making sure that you've got a lot of variety in your week, you're hitting close to your total weekly mileage goal, and you keep showing up. It is honestly the most important thing. So those are the 5 things: your aerobic base, purposeful structure, half marathon specific work close to race day, your long run, and then putting this all together with consistency over a long period of time. There are no secrets. Now let me know in the comments your current half marathon time and what your goal is, and I can see if I can help. And make sure to click subscribe for more videos like this.